What is going on, everybody? It is the Keyblade Master, and welcome to my brand new series, Back on the Grind. This is where we take a look at video games from all across the board and answer that one question you have on your mind: is it worth the grind? Today, in this premiere episode, we're going to be talking about Marvel's Avengers, the game that I honestly have been looking forward to. So let's go ahead and get jumping right into it and see if it's worth it for you to grind out. So throughout today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the main aspects of Avengers, such as gameplay mechanics, DLC content coming out, mission variety, combat, all this kind of stuff that you guys are going to want to know if you guys want to actually get back onto the grind with this game. Let's start out with the basics here and just go ahead and get and address the elephant in the room. This game does have some bugs to it, as you can see on screen right here. This is just one of the many examples of things that I've encountered, and I haven't really encountered too much or as much as people have experienced with this game to my knowledge, but this is just one of the many things that apparently are wrong with the game. I do think the game has some bugs. It's got some minor issues. It's got some speech things, it's got some audio glitches, some visual glitches, all that kind of stuff. But it really isn't anything game breaking for me. I know a lot of people have had issues with the game saves getting corrupted. I've heard issues of people saying that their games are just corrupted completely. They lost other outfits. As of recording this, there was actually a big patch that actually came out. I believe it was about a week ago. So a lot of that was fixed in that patch, and there's going to be plans for a lot more coming you guys' way. With that being said, there really isn't much wrong with the game in terms of a physical standpoint. It's more along the lines of a content standpoint. We're going to get into that a little bit later on. But first, let's go ahead and address the mission variety. Now, can't start out with the missions without talking about the story. The story in this game is a relatively short one, came in at about 12 hours for me. I kind of knocked it out super quick. Did a couple side missions here and there, ranked up my character, all that kind of stuff. It was a super fun story. I love how they made it and invented it into this original narrative. They added Miss Marvel in there, which is a super great addition to the game. I really did like that part of it. She was basically the glue that made this game. All the other characters were cool. Iron Man, of course, is always awesome. And then Hulk, Thor, all of them. They made for a really cool, interesting story, but Miss Marvel is definitely the star of this show. Story is a little bit short, but that's not why you guys are here, right? You guys are here for the actual grinding portion of the game. Let's go ahead and jump right into that. So when the game and the story is actually completed, you guys will actually have access to the Avengers Initiative, which is essentially the online grinding portion of this game. Once you're done with the story, you'll have access to this second story, if you will. You'll have things to do here and there that'll last a little while. You'll have mission chapters to do this and to unlock and do certain things with this character, or to go and do a mission with this character. There's a lot to do once the credits actually roll on that story. And I think this is where the game really picks up after you beat the story. It doesn't really feel like you're going on a downhill slope. It actually feels like you beat the story, you go down here, and you come right back up and you have a ton of stuff that you can grind out. One of the things and one of the complaints I do have about the mission variety is the lack of, well, variety. There really isn't a lot when it comes to a visual standpoint in the game. There's different areas you can go to, such as the Utah Badlands, Pacific Northwest, the snowy tundras. You guys can access a lot of different regions, but after a while, you'll start to see the same things you have been after certain missions. After a few or a handful of missions, you'll realize, oh, that chest that I need to go get some gear was in the same spot it was when I played an hour ago. So the mission variety does lack in that sense. A lot of the objectives are the same. You're going to be punching the same servers, hacking the same computers, and defending the same objectives. It can get a little bit repetitive. If you ask me though, I personally don't mind it all that much. It's actually super fun to go in, and that's going to bring me to my next point, is with the characters and their diversity between each individual one. Each character plays so well. After playing with each character and having some experience and hands-on time with each of them, I really did enjoy the way each person played out. It took me a little while to get used to some, like Hulk and Black Widow, but once you get used to them and learn their skills and stuff like that, it really pays off. There's a ton of skill trees to unlock. There's a ton of skills you can unlock. There's a ton of action skills you can unlock, combos, range attack combos, heavy attack, light attack combos. There's a ton of stuff in the game just in the skill tree alone. So if you take the time to invest and learn these characters, that's gonna be a really fun time for you, I think. It's gonna bring me into my next segment, which is the combat. Kind of blazing through this a little bit. The combat, I don't know how to describe it or where to start with this. At first, when you play the game, the story's gonna throw you into a nice, easy form of it, hitting a few light enemies here and there, taking them out, you're having fun, and then it throws some bosses at you. You're gonna be faced with a lot of heavy enemies who hit hard, who block hard. It's not gonna be a fun time, but once you kind of understand them, learn their attack patterns, learn how you can avoid their attack and stuff like that, it isn't too bad of a time. You guys are not gonna have too much of a struggle once you take the time to learn it. It's not a button masher. You guys have seen the gameplay, it's a lot of combos and dodging and stuff like that. This game is by no means a button masher. Sure, you can try to get your way through by mashing square or mashing X, but that's not the case. It offers some challenge, which I really do enjoy, so it's very rewarding to learn the combat system. And going back to the characters, it's very rewarding to learn each character and learn their strengths. Black Widow's got a fun range style to her, Iron Man as well, but Hulk's more of that up-close heavy hitter, you know, so different characters play certain ways. If you go and you try to play, if you try to play as Thor the same way you play as Hulk, or even Iron Man, it's not gonna work as well. So you gotta mix it up a little bit, take the time to learn, and that's where the grinding really comes in. And that's where I think the grinding pays off, to learn these characters and learn how they play. Back to the combat though, when you're dodging and you're bobbing and weaving and hitting enemies and projectiles are coming at you, it's not really that fun of a time. You got heat seekers that are just mega heat seekers. And these heat seekers, guys, are not to be messed with. These things will track your every single movement. It's so scary. So be sure you're on the lookout for that. And once you get past that point, the combat is actually very, very fun and very rewarding. So what are you guys going to be playing for? What is the reward while you're grinding out this game? Well, gear. You're going to want to unlock gear for your characters. You guys know the spectrum of gear: uncommon, rare, legendary, exotic. There's a lot of gear you can unlock, but where I think the gear really stands out in this game is where it stands in the perks. There's a lot of perks you can actually unlock on certain pieces of gear that I think really, really work well, and that goes back to playstyles, you know? Like I said, there's a lot of different playstyles you can do. You can have a light heavy hitter, or a heavy hitter, or a big ranged damage dealer. So you're gonna wanna play around with it a little bit, but unlocking gear is not just a matter of boosting your stats to get to that max power level. You wanna find the gear and you wanna equip the gear that gives you the best perks. So you wanna actually utilize that gear and work towards finding certain pieces. It's not like when you get the max level of gear, you say, okay, I'm done and I don't wanna grind out anymore. You wanna take the time and you wanna actually sit there and say, you know what, I really wanna go with a more heavy hitting Iron Man. So let me try to find some gear that enhances his heavy combo finishers, and maybe I'll go for that. Let me play this mission a few times, let me play this mega hive or whatever, and it can be rewarding when you find that piece of gear and you want to go and do those high level activities. That's when they're very rewarding, because you're building a character that can actually play through those tougher enemies. So gear is very rewarding to find. I know upgrading it, I know a lot of people have complained about how you upgrade it and it's not a very rewarding system to most. It isn't really compared to most other big AAA games, but I think it's very doable. It's very manageable, it's fun to find upgrade materials throughout the missions, and it's just a fun time with gear. Moving aside from stat boosting gear, let's move to the fun aspect of this in the form of cosmetics. So there's a lot of cosmetics you can earn in this game, from costumes to nameplates to emotes, even special takedown moves. The main way you're going to earn these cosmetics is by the challenge card. These challenge cards are 40 levels, or 40 tiers if you will, to unlocking certain cosmetics, takedowns, nameplates, all that stuff. And all you gotta do is complete your daily and weekly challenges. It's that simple. All you gotta do is complete your daily once in a while. You'll get a few challenge points. Complete a weekly, you get 11 challenge points, and you need a total of 200 per character to unlock that full potential of the challenge card. And in that, you can earn some pretty sweet costumes. I've gotten some sweet costumes for my characters just by doing daily challenges and stuff like that. More alternatively, there is other ways you can earn cosmetics, from the fabrication system and unlocking blueprints found in missions. You can go to the marketplace and use real money to unlock other cosmetics. There's a lot of stuff you can earn in the game when it comes to making your character look cooler or look just more swole. We're almost nearing the end of this, guys, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what's to come in Marvel's Avengers. A lot is on the roadmap. We don't have an official roadmap yet, but we've gotten a lot of teasers, a lot of video in terms of what we can expect next. The next biggest thing, the next biggest installment of this game is going to come in terms of Kate Bishop's Hawkeye character and mission chain. This is where we're going to be introduced to a whole new character. We're going to have a whole new outpost that isn't the Shield, Chimera, or the Anthill. So we're going to have a lot more variety when it comes to that outpost, bro. This is one, but I think this is one of many. In addition to that, we're going to be getting a new playable character, a bunch of new missions to complete. Hopefully that comes with new objectives, because like I said, the objectives kind of are a little lackluster, and I hope they add more with post-launch. But more important, let's go back to that new playable character. I really do think, like many others who really enjoy this game, that many other characters, when they add them in, will add a lot more variety to the game. Like I said, all these characters really play differently, and I think that adding in more characters is going to add a lot more replayability in the game. And that's gonna really influence the way this game works and how this game is played and looked at and perceived even about a year from now. So if they do a good job with the post-launch, they're already looking like they're doing good. They're gonna be adding a lot more post-in-game activities, so a lot of more tougher challenges for you and your friends to complete. If you're into that stuff, this game's got you covered as well. So a lot coming in with post-launch content, but back to the base game, there is a lot to talk about when it comes to this game. There's a lot to grind for. Well guys, that's all Marvel's Avengers has to offer, so now the age-old question, is it worth it to get back on the grind? Here's my verdict. If you're not a huge Marvel fan, I definitely can say you can probably miss out on this one. You're not missing out on too much. There's a lot of repetitiveness to the game. There's a lot of things you do over and over again, a lot of recycled content. So if you're really just a seasoned gamer looking for a grindy game to do, this probably may not be it for you. There's probably better options out there. However, if you're a huge Marvel fan like myself, you guys should definitely check out this game. It's super fun. A lot of people have given it hate. They've been hating on the game for a lot of reasons, giving it, bad reviews and looking at it from a down way and kind of comparing it to other games that did similar things to this game. But personally, guys, I'm really enjoying it. I'm a big Marvel fan, and I think that just being able to play as our favorite heroes like Iron Man, even Miss Marvel, is super fun to just run around and stretch and punch people in the face. So it's a super fun time. If you're a big Marvel fan, definitely try to check this out as soon as you can. If you're not a big Marvel fan though, it might be worth the wait until this game goes on sale, because once you get it, it's not going to be a bad time. But I think right now, for that full price tag, you're just kind of looking for a new grindy type of game, this may not be it for you. But if you're a Marvel fan, definitely check this game out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. We talked about everything Marvel's Avengers has to offer, from combat, character customization, cosmetics you can earn, gear, all this kind of stuff, even post-launch content to come you guys' way very, very soon. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for this first episode of Back on the Grind. More are coming you guys' way very, very soon. If I didn't answer any questions you guys still have about Marvel's Avengers, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'll read every single comment you guys put down there and try to answer as many questions as I can. If you guys got any comments or concerns about anything, please feel free to let me know down there as well. And also, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well, and be sure you guys hit that bell notification to be notified of more videos coming you guys' way very, very soon. Should also let you guys know I stream on Twitch. If you guys are looking for some dope live streams, we have a fun time over there. We do a lot of different games. We're doing a lot of Avengers, doing some God of War currently, probably going to be moving on to another game. We do some Warzone. We're going to be doing some community nights as well. So be sure you guys stop over there, twitch.tv/TheKeyBladeMaster, link in the description below. So check it out. It's going to be a fun time. And guys, we are nearing the end. I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone for making it to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Like I said, guys, feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed. And ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I will do my best to answer every single one of them that you have about Marvel's Avengers. And guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys have any more suggestions for future Back on the Grind episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I want to get you guys' feedback on these. If you guys have games you want to see on this series, feel free to let me know. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, and that would be much appreciated. So guys, without further ado, hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace out.